Welcome back to Bree's Practical English. I'm Bree, and today I'm going to teach you some English from the red carpet. But first, if you're not subscribed already, please take this opportunity to hit the red button so you will be notified when new lessons are uploaded. Let's jump into the lesson. So, as many of you probably already know, the Oscars was held earlier this year. Today, we're going to look at some celebrity interviews and see if we can learn some new words and if we can catch what they say. I will show you some clips of celebrities being interviewed. We'll go over what they say. Then, I'm going to slow down the clip so you can hear what they say. And finally, we'll listen one more time at a natural speed. Okay, let's look at the first clip.
But let me ask you, what makes each other laugh? Because I see that sometimes during interviews, you'll be answering a question, you'll be cracking up, vice versa.
Okay, did you hear the interviewer say, "You'll be cracking up"? You'll be cracking up. To crack up means to laugh. So if you know the meaning of crack, this sentence might be difficult to understand at first. But let me explain the origin. So to crack someone up, as in to make someone laugh, appears to be an American idiom starting in the 1600s. Back then, it said that women used to apply a lot of makeup on the face. So when they would laugh or smile, their makeup would crack. You would be able to see the makeup cracking on their face. So the idiom, cracking someone up, became popular. So please remember, to crack up or to crack someone up means to laugh, to make someone laugh. So the interviewer said, "You'll be cracking up," means you'll be laughing. Let's listen one more time at a slower speed. And then we'll listen again at a natural speed.
But let me ask you, what makes each other laugh? Because I see that sometimes during interviews, you'll be answering a question, you'll be cracking up, vice versa.
But let me ask you, what makes each other laugh? Because I see that sometimes during interviews, you'll be answering a question, you'll be cracking up, vice versa.
Okay, let's take a look at this next clip.
So you're almost 13, and you are?
Nearly 11. This month.
I'm glad we cleared that up. We put that out there for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, did you hear the interviewer say, "I'm glad we cleared that up"? Clear up, to clear something up. This means to solve something, to make clear, no misunderstandings. For example, "I'm glad we could clear up this misunderstanding." To solve or explain something. Here, the children are explaining their age. Let's listen one more time at a slower speed, and then again at a natural speed.
So you're almost 13, and you are?
Nearly 11. This month.
I'm glad we cleared that up. We put that out there for everyone.
Yeah.
So you're almost 13, and you are?
Nearly 11. This month.
I'm glad we cleared that up. We put that out there for everyone.
Yeah.
Could you hear it this time? Okay, let's go on to the next interview. Listen once at a natural speed.
I'm distracted by the diamonds.
Diamonds, right? So I have to make sure that I don't lose these, I don't trip, I don't flub any names.
Could you catch what she said? I'll say it for you one more time. So I have to make sure that I don't lose these, that I don't trip, I don't flub any names. Okay, I'll say it one more time, a little more slowly. So I have to make sure that I don't lose these, that I don't trip, I don't flub any names. Okay, if you thought that that was difficult to hear in the original interview, don't worry. She's talking at a very natural speed. In American English, we tend to make our sentences very short by combining some sounds. So I have to make sure that I don't lose these. The Z sound in lose and the TH sound in these are combined a little bit. It can be tricky if you don't know what to look for. So I have to make sure that I don't lose these. Okay? Let's look at the word flub. She said, I don't flub any names. Flub might be a new word for you. To flub something means to make a mistake. For example, if I were an actress in a movie and I have to memorize my lines, I would want to practice a lot so I don't flub my lines. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to forget my lines. So here she says she doesn't want to flub any names. It means she doesn't want to make a mistake when talking to someone. She doesn't want to call someone by the wrong name. Let's listen one more time at a slower speed, and then one more time at a natural speed.
I'm distracted by the diamonds.
Diamonds, right? So I have to make sure that I don't lose these, I don't trip, I don't flub any names.
I'm distracted by the diamonds.
Diamonds, right? So I have to make sure that I don't lose these, I don't trip, I don't flub any names.
Was it easier this time? Let's look at our next interview.
My poor wife has to do a lot more than me, but it's such a thrill to be here. I'm so excited.
Speaking of family, I hear your daughter actually was the inspiration or part of the inspiration for Frozen 2, right?
So this one you might remember from our previous lesson. I will link that lesson in the description box below. Do you remember the phrase, speaking of? Speaking of. The actor here was talking about his wife. The interviewer then says, speaking of family, your daughter was the inspiration. So he was talking about his wife. The interviewer wanted to talk about his daughter, and it's connected to the current topic, family. He's talking about his wife. So she used the expression, speaking of. Speaking of your family, how about your daughter? Let's listen one more time.
My poor wife has to do a lot more than me, but it's such a thrill to be here. I'm so excited. Speaking of family, I hear your daughter actually was the inspiration or part of the inspiration for Frozen 2, right?
My poor wife has to do a lot more than me, but it's such a thrill to be here. I'm so excited.
Speaking of family, I hear your daughter actually was the inspiration or part of the inspiration for Frozen 2, right?
Okay, was it more understandable this time? Let's look at our last interview. See if you can catch what they're talking about.
What sign are you?
Guess.
Leo?
Yeah.
So am I.
Classic.
August
Classic
what?
Leo. 16.
August 17. Stop it, stop it, stop.
Could you understand what they're talking about? The interviewer asked, what sign are you? Here, the word sign refers to the star signs or astrological signs. Depending on the month and day you were born, you have your own star sign. For example, I was born in July, so my star sign is Cancer. In the interview, she asked, "What's your sign?" He replied, "Guess." And she guessed Leo. And she was correct. They are both Leos. What's your sign? Leave it in the comments down below. Let's listen one more time at a slower speed, and then at a natural speed.
What sign are you?
Guess.
Leo?
Yeah.
So am I.
Classic.
August what?
Leo. 16th.
August 17th. Stop it, stop it, stop.
What sign are you?
Guess.
Leo?
Yeah.
So am I.
Classic.
August what?
Leo. 16th.
August 17th. Stop it, stop it, stop.
Okay, I hope that this was a helpful and fun video for you. If you want to see the whole video of all of the interviews shown here, I will leave the link down in the description box. So please go and watch it and see how much you can understand. Again, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to this channel so you will know when new lessons are uploaded. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in our next lesson. Bye!